lot of business owners are trusting the wrong people or just trying to find the most low-cost option. You should also understand what your customer lifetime value is and what your lead to sale or close rate is. Every lead is not created equal. The total volume of leads coming through actually doesn't matter. What matters is... Welcome to Websites That Convert, the podcast where your website stops being a liability and transforms into your greatest asset. I'm your host, Shannon, and I'm going to guide you through the strategies and insights you need to build a website that not only attracts, but converts. Let's dive in. So you spent thousands on advertising and got zero customers. What went wrong? Everyone tells you that marketing and running ads is so easy and you can do it yourself or you can hire anyone, the most low-cost budget marketing provider that you can find. They simply just turn on the ads and it should just work, right? Well, unfortunately, that's not the case. And this type of mindset is creating a lot of really negative experiences and really lackluster, for lack of a better word, results for service-based businesses. Almost anyone or any business owner that I talk to has had a negative experience around marketing providers. They've been burnt in the past by over-promising results and not delivering on those promises. And so everyone's walking around now thinking that every marketing provider is cut from the same cloth. Now, there's a couple of things going on here. The first is that these marketing providers should not be promising you results that they're not confident that they can deliver. That's one thing. But the second thing is that a lot of business owners are trusting the wrong people or just trying to find the most low-cost option to service their marketing department. So in this episode, I'm going to be addressing these things and how you can actually get results from your marketing by changing your mindset around the cost of marketing providers and not just going for the bottom of the barrel, cheapest option that you can find. And also reframing your mindset around lead quality and why every lead is not created equal and that quantity or lots of leads does not outweigh quality. Quality wins every single time. Now, you may have been told running ads is very, very easy, and in theory it is, right? We just need to write some ad copy. We need to target the right keywords. We need to have creative elements if you're advertising on social media. And you need to be showing your ads to the right people, sending that traffic to the right place. Sounds pretty easy, right? Well, when people are promising to deliver you leads and you're expecting to get customers out of it, this is where the disconnect happens between marketing strategy, marketing providers, and business owners. Every lead is not created equal. The total volume of leads coming through actually doesn't matter. What matters is how many customers and return on your ad spend, return on your investment you're going to get. So business owners have that mindset. You know, obviously if we generate leads, I can close those leads and I can make money. Marketing providers, well, not all of us, but some of them will just say, I can generate you this number of leads and I'm not even going to address the quality issue because at the end of the day, I'm delivering on what my promise is and the business owner should be happy about that. Unfortunately, this disconnect between business owners and service providers is creating a lot of tension in the market and a lot of disappointment for business owners that have tried to invest into marketing before. You maybe have spent, thousands on marketing, but you haven't gotten the results that you're actually after because of this disconnect and because these marketing providers are promising you leads when you want customers. Now, when I talk about every lead is not created equal, what I mean by that is that it's actually quite easy to generate leads. Like anyone can do it. Like I said, you can just set up some ads, you can run a broad audience or broad target keywords, and you're going to get leads. But what that lead actually does next, your ability to contact that lead, to close that lead, and to get a return on your investment always comes down to the quality of leads that you're getting. So how do you overcome this very common issue and stop being burnt by agencies? Well, the first thing is to be asking the right questions when you're talking to a marketing provider. They should be talking about how many customers and how much return on investment or return on ad spend you should be expecting to get based on the cost per lead they believe is possible for you and your industry and for your business. You should also understand what your customer lifetime value is and what your lead to sale or close rate is. This is going to allow us to calculate how much you could spend for a lead in order for it to be profitable. Now, in a lot of industries, we can also calculate the expected cost per lead and, double check that that is going to be profitable. But you need to also have your numbers and you need to know your business so you can provide these numbers to the provider that you're speaking to so they can make these calculations for you, and you can go into a partnership with a lot more clarity and understanding of what you're actually going to get out of this. The marketing provider should definitely be talking about customers and clients that are going to come out of this. At the end of the day, it is up to you to close those leads into customers, and you can't always jump to the problem being a lead quality issue. You may have a sales problem, but if you're going into something with a provider that's promising a certain number of leads without speaking about quality, then it's very, very likely that there's going to be this disconnect that I mentioned before and that you're going to end up disappointed. But it's up to you to be asking the right questions, and it's up to you to be choosing someone who's talking about the right things that align to what you actually want. Because the truth is, you don't want leads. You want customers, you want clients, you want sales, and you want revenue. And just because you get a certain number of leads doesn't always mean that that's going to equate into that number of customers without addressing that quality issue first. Now, when it comes to the actual strategy of creating a marketing system that is going to generate you high quality leads, the first thing you need to consider is what platform are you marketing on? When we look at Google as your primary marketing channel, this is the most high intent quality traffic that you can get because these are people who are actively searching for what you offer. They are putting in the keywords into the search engine related to your business. And if you can get found by people who are doing that, they're already in the mindset to take action, to inquire, to purchase something, to take that next step into actually working with you. So that's the first thing. The first thing is, where are you actually marketing right now, and what is the strategy around that channel so that you're getting in front of the right people at the right time, people who are in your target market, actively searching for what you offer and ready to take action. If we're looking at strategies across, Facebook and Instagram, these strategies do work. We do, Facebook and Instagram advertising for the agency, works really well, but we have a specific strategy in place to ensure that we are not getting low quality leads. With Facebook and Instagram advertising, you are sending your campaigns out to a huge number of people, and using that creative, you're hoping to qualify or pre-qualify your leads that are coming through. We could, or you could, or your marketing provider could run ads on Facebook and probably generate you hundreds of leads. This would be quite easy. And the reason that is because you can put all of your spend into showing your ads and your business to this huge number of people. And then what I'm going to address next in what you need to be aware of in this process and creating a marketing system is you can have a little amount of friction in your sales funnel, which is basically creating little steps in the system from someone becoming aware of your business to inquiring and then buying from you, that decreases the likelihood that someone who isn't in the right buying mindset is going to take that next step. Now, coming back to Google Ads, the reason that this works so well for service-based businesses and trades businesses and people who have customers who are already in that buying mindset and they already know that they need what you offer is that we can target people who are using specific keywords that we know the people who are in the right buying mindset are going to be using. We can send that traffic to high converting websites and landing pages that are going to speak to your ideal client with all of the relevant content, communicating who you are, what you do, who you help, what you offer, why they should trust you and how they can take action, and then create, that content to, again, pre-qualify those leads and have that friction in that next step being your form based on how many leads we want to get, because the less friction, the more leads. That brings me back to generating leads in general. You can generate as many leads as you want, theoretically, but if you don't have any friction in this process, so you're sending your ads out to a large number of people, you are only asking for like name and email address, your messaging is very generic, maybe you're not pre-qualifying people in your sales copy, your creative, and your landing pages, then you're going to get a lot of leads, but these leads are going to be so low quality that you might convert one of them. But if you're creating friction and have a proper strategy around who you're actually targeting, being that warm traffic, and have that friction in the process of them leading into becoming a lead, you might get less leads overall, or your cost per lead may be higher, but your conversion rate from lead to sale is going to be higher, and that means your return on your ad spend and your return on investment is going to be higher because those leads are of a higher quality and they're more likely to convert into customers. So the truth is that you technically don't always need more leads. You need more of the right leads. And the right leads are high quality prospects who are in your target market, who are actively searching for what you offer, and they're ready to take action. And you want to have a marketing strategy that targets people that are in the warm to hot stage of their buying journey. They're considering your offer, they're ready to purchase, because they're the ones that are most likely to convert. And if you can get in front of more of those people, you can close more of those people, and that means you're going to get a higher return on your investment and return on your ad spend. So make sure you're having the right conversations with marketing providers that you're thinking about using. You should be talking about how many customers you're looking to get, what your conversion rates are, and then, the number of quality leads that we would need to generate for you. But at the end of the day, we want to help you grow and scale your business, and just getting a number of clicks, impressions, or even leads in general is not going to get you there. So don't be burnt by a marketing agency. I know it's a very common thing, and I'm really sorry if that has happened to you, but don't lose faith in marketing in general. It does work. You just need to have the right strategy, the right system, and the right partner in order to do it right. Thank you for listening to Websites That Convert. If you found value in this episode, please give us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Follow us on all social media. And if you're a service-based business owner that's looking to double their website conversions, book a call with my team using the link below. I'll see you in the next episode.